Open world drop is lately burning topic within Aion Classic players community, so it was nice to see that we have get additional frequently asked questions from Gameforge, where we have also get concrete answer to that one and to many more interesting questions. Stay with me for the next few minutes to see part of my live stream, in which together with Washiro, name which you'll recognize if you have already played Aion in the past, we go together and analyze brand new information regarding Aion Classic European release. Before we start, let me just say subscribe to my YouTube channel and follow me on Twitch to see more of mmorpg content and of course Aion Classic content in the future. I'm live streaming every evening about 7 o'clock Central European Time, so join me to see some gameplay and to find out what is happening in mmorpg and PC gaming world. It was my intention to make a video for my YouTube channel, but actually I will do that right now. Oshiro, you'll be guest tomorrow on my YouTube channel video, if you don't mind, if you agree.
I don't mind at all. It's fine.
Thank you very much. So, boys and girls, ladies and gentlemen, who have just, if you have just joined this live stream, we have here Washiro with us. I don't need to represent here Washiro for Aion community. We are going to check. We have get today from Gameforge additionally added Q&A part, frequently asked questions, and actually lots of interesting information within these frequently asked questions. So Washiro with me will comment on these answers and questions. There is some new interesting information here, so let's check it out. So first here, question will be, will there be a pre-download for the client? Yes, there will be. We'll inform you as soon as it's available. So nothing surprising here, right, Washiro? We knew that from before, that we are going to get pre-download for the client, right? At what time servers will open? Most likely in the morning. We will let you know that exact time beforehand. So this is interesting, actually. What do you think? Morning, right?
I think that's very nice, but I mean, I believe it's very, very good because usually, as we all know, game releases kind of try to aim for afternoon time, right?
Yeah.
And also, we need to remember that this release day is a Tuesday, right?
Yes.
So I wonder whether this is another move so that they have enough time to maybe do some emergency fixes so that they still have the people in the house on Wednesday. I don't know. Maybe maybe there could be a holiday. But overall, I think it's interesting and nice in a way.
Yeah.
But also, it means when people just get home, they're instantly, like from work, if they have a short shift, they're instantly going to sit in the 5K queue, is what I'm saying. Like,
yeah.
It could happen.
But maybe overall, it's a good move, you know?
People have life, right? But I think it's good. It's interesting. It's nice. I'm not bothered by it personally, but maybe somebody is. Yeah. What about you?
I think that this is actually a pretty good idea because usually when we are talking about MMORPG releases all the time, not only from Gameforge, right? We had experience that is happening usually in the afternoon where most of the people are at home. However, for Europe, many people, like you said, some people will be at work, some people at school, maybe doing something else. So maybe this is good because look, not everybody will log in at the same time. So there will be a little bit less for leveling crowded position situation. And also not everybody will rush to Aion shop to buy Siels Energy at the same time. So maybe this is actually a good thing. So people will log in the game during the whole day if they manage to release the game in the morning, because morning 8, 9, I don't know, if you get it by noon, I will be happy, I think, right?
I think they're going to aim at 10 or 11.
10 or 11. It's okay. If they aim for 10 or 11, if you get by noon, it's fine. But also important to say, I don't think they will have these issues, too many issues this time, because if you will play during the weekend, during that event, which is preparing Gameforge, right, and content creators, during the weekend before release of the game, we should see 24 content creators playing the game, competing on Aion Classic server, same server, which we'll have for release. Don't worry, there will be wipe for the characters after that. Then server should be fine, should be ready, right? So really this time, morning release is possible. This is something really interesting this time, right?
It also makes sense with what you said that the weekend before that is going to be the event with the content creators.
Yes.
Maybe they're actually going to just leave the servers up while they just wipe your accounts, right?
Yes.
So maybe that's why it's for them easy to just simply open up the gates in the morning, because maybe there is in fact not going to be a maintenance in the game service, maybe just some web service stuff for the shop.
Exactly.
But overall, maybe it will like shorten the amount of time needed to open up the gates. Maybe that's why they're likely trying to aim for the morning, right? So that they can have enough of a full day to fix anything that might just, come in the way.
Yeah, I think this is really good, right? I think this is really good, and let's see, right? Let's go forward with the next question. Can we buy Siels Energy before the servers are alive? We know that from before, actually, so answer is no. You can only buy Siels Energy, which will cost you 10 euros per month throughout Aion Classic shopping game. And just to explain, Siels Energy is... let's say one kind of subscription. You will need Siels Energy to play the game normally. You can play Aion, a business model of the game, it's free to play, but actually you will need to pay 10 euros per month if you want to play a game with all the benefits and let's say equally with other players. So you cannot buy it separately. You'll need to log in the game and enter Classic Shop, which actually raise a question, Vashiro. What will happen on the day of release? I mean, everybody will rush to Classic Shop. Will that be a huge burden for the shop? You know what I mean?
I think it might happen, yes. That's maybe one of the reasons why they're also trying to aim for the morning, so that they lessen the impact. Imagine they would release it in the afternoon. There's more likely to be a bigger wave of players trying to log in at the same time.
Exactly.
But if they try to release it at 11 or 10, I very much believe that there's going to be a much lesser influx of player. It will be much less stress on the servers, and I believe that's kind of smart in a way. Yes, the possibility is there that maybe the shop is going to lag out, and people will not be able to buy their seal after 1 hour, right? And they will struggle to get out of Vishalgan or Poeta. That would be very funny.
Yeah. Imagine that. Yeah.
Yeah.
We will see how that work out. I mean, I assume they are ready for that possibility. They need to be ready because they are fully aware of what are we talking about here, right? So they should be aware of that. Yeah, let's see about that. Another important question that was for the last few weeks, a very important question from community. How fast will leveling be? We have here official answer. Leveling will be faster than the original Classic, but slower than the current leveling curve in Korea. The experience you get from quests is the same as Korea 2.x, but the amount of experience required to level up has been increased slightly. That is important to understand. So the leveling will be way faster than in 1.9 Korea, but a bit slower than in 2.2 Korea. So we have debate about that a lot within the last few weeks. We have seen that we have compared a little bit numbers with North America even. So what you are getting from the quests and from mobs, it's looking the same amount of experience. Nevertheless, they have increased that bar below, right? They have increased that experience needed to level up to the next level. So I mean, it will not be hard like in the past, obviously, right? But it will not be so fast like in generally, not so fast. Nevertheless, for me at least, I don't know about you, Washiro, for me at least, maybe I wish it was a little bit more hard, right? I mean, again, for G tried to get that. They have asked from NCSoft to get a little bit harder leveling. However, NCSoft said no, right? We will have like this, right? So what do you think about this?
I think that this is very hard because we have to be realistic that everybody will have a biased opinion, right? And I will also be biased about my opinion.
Yeah.
But I think what Gameforge in Korea is trying to do is find the best middle ground, because there are really, in fact, some players that do not like the leveling aspect of Aion. It's the reality. And they want to try to cater for both of the audiences. So I would just take it with a grain of salt and accept it still, that it is a bit maybe easier. But then again, we haven't seen it yet play out. We might be wrong, right?
Yeah,
we don't know about the bars. Maybe it's exactly the sweet spot that, that will be fine for the leveling enthusiasts people. And then again, a nice spot for the people who kind of want to rush still, because as they say, the quests will be the same, etc. So maybe if they rush all the quests in the campaigns, they will not struggle as much as we struggled in 1.2, right?
Yeah.
I hope it's like this. And my opinion is going to be, I wish, like you, it was a bit more harder, but I believe they know better about their numbers and statistics of who gives up in middle of leveling up and so on. So Korea probably has some nice information in regards to that.
Yeah, because for example, when I'm thinking about this situation, right, I'm fully aware they're trying to find a middle ground, because we don't have much time, I'm sure most of us, like we had 10 years ago. So if you're going to spend in some hardcore leveling like half a year to reach maximum level, that's really too much. That's really too hard. On another hand, if it's too easy, then again, yeah, it's not that's not much satisfaction in that to get to max level so fast. So I think they're trying to get to some middle ground, some sweet spot, like you said. That would actually be a good term. However, you need to be aware of something. You can never satisfy everybody, right? That's not possible,
Exactly.
right? Never. That's why, even if you make perfect balance, if NCSoft and GameForge, right, manage to put perfect balance, there will always be people complaining, saying, "Oh my God, that's not good," right? So that's not possible, right? So let's see how that work out, right? I think that we will be fine. I think regarding that, there won't be any issues regarding that, right?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. Next question, however, could be the issue, and that was for the last few weeks since that live stream, which we have seen from GameForge like 2 weeks back, maybe. I'm not sure, something like that. What will the drop rates be? There will be loot from monsters in both open world and instances. It will be worth farming monsters, including in open world. So this topic was the burning topic within last few weeks because we have seen nerfed drop in open world. However, in instances, in dungeons, for example, from Fire Temple, from Steel Rake to even to Dredgen, for example, you can get lots of things. You can get, from my experience, even in North America, you can get lots of stigmas, kinach, crafting material, even dropping in Dredgen, for example. So tell me what you think about this, Washiro, because, yeah, I mean, nerfed open world drop, but how much nerfed, right? Is it zero or what, right? What will happen? Here, from this sentence, it's looking... it will be worth farming monsters, so it will not be zero drop, right? I mean,
Yeah, this is the thing with the vagueness, though. What is define worth, right? This is the question. What does GameForge deem worthy in comparison to us, the consumers, the players, right? Because we have seen a lot of like incidents where it was a hit or miss with GameForge trying to balance some certain drop rates in the retail version of Aion and you. So I wonder if it really will be on par of what we expect or not. And my take on the craft materials is that it's great that instances have this future, but the only thing that is not great at the same time is that they took away the ability to maybe rerun dungeons approximately maybe more times within a week, because they now made them limited to a week, right? Yes. So for example, Fire Temple technically seen, you could run it much more than, I don't know, 14 times, whatever it was. You can run it much more, right? Technically seen. So they're putting a stop and a limit with certain cooldowns here and there. So even though it's nice, I wonder, like, are people going to be satisfied with their luck in instances or not? Yeah. And because it's instance bound, it means you're bound to farm with somebody, right? Yes. If you go to dungeon, you will have to at least have a second or third person with you to deal with certain elites. And that might also be an issue with sharing items. And then the craft materials, we know that the Daeva Pass is going to give us a ton of scrolls every month, hundreds of scrolls in fact, and everybody's going to get them. If half the people buy that, it will affect the economy. It will maybe make crafters not feel rewarded enough for the effort that they go through to get enough materials to then sell the scrolls for a much lesser amount. So I think this is going to be somewhat... I would say I'm completely trying to be neutral here, but I will not give an opinion on this. I really hope that they're hitting the correct spot. Is all I'm saying. Because what do you think? Now a question at you. What do you think about it? And do you feel that the NA rates, North American rates, are okay? Because maybe they're actually just simply talking about NA rates. And they deem them worthy enough. So I wonder what you want to say about it.
I have to say about that all of these things, situation which we currently have with open world drop, I have another perspective on this. So obviously, why is NCSoft even doing this? So obviously, I think they're trying to fight against bot accounts. So, farming in open world, we have seen many bots over there in Korea. We can see also in North America. On this way, reducing open world drop to some measure. I don't think they will make it zero, but nerfing it to some point will, of course, well, what's the point of having bot if you don't have open world drop, right? In dungeons, you cannot enter for bot, at least not for now. Who knows what the future bring us?
I might correct you here.
Yeah.
It already works.
It already works?
In Korea, my God. The moment they did that, just a couple of days later, or not even a day later, bots have decided to enter the Leforest laboratory in Belusland.
Really?
Like a train.
I can't
a literal train. Really, they're just there
Unbelievable.
to farm it, and you know this place is very rewarding. It even gives you the skill books, etc. Right? So it's a
Yes,
rewarding
yes.
place to either sell to vendor and or um, sell stigmas. So, and I'm pretty sure this is going to happen in European server as well,
Sooner or
unfortunately.
later, yeah, probably sooner or
And
later.
maybe that's why they added the limit, the weekly limit to it, to
Yes,
combat again
again
these
against bots,
issues.
yeah.
Yeah.
And also, for example, I am playing in North America for a while now, and I have to admit, yes, I have noticed that open world has been drop in open world has been nerfed. However, I have noticed also while playing, I'm playing Dredgen every evening. I can play lots of Steel Rake solo, which we also have for Aion Classic European release. I can play Fire Temple in dungeons. Drop is very good. Nobody cannot object to me to that, because every evening when I go dredging, at least in one run, 2 or 3 stigmas drop. Kina, amazing amount of Kina and crafting materials which you need are dropping even in dredging. Steel Rake solo dropping stigmas. Also, we can learn from other people. Fire Temple dropping lower level stigmas, right? So I think they have kind of put that drop into dungeons, and I'm not looking at this so much negatively as communities, right? So I do understand. I do understand why is community raging about this, but I don't think that the open world drop will be on zero. There will be still some open world drop, and they have just transferred part of that drop into dungeons. You'll be able to get materials anyway for crafting stigmas. You shouldn't worry about mana stones. I don't think that you shouldn't really worry about this. However, like I said, it's been burning topic within the last few weeks. Everybody complain about that. I don't think so. That maybe I'm looking this on too much positive way, maybe not on that much realistic, but still, I don't think that's so much issue like it is. Drop should be in dungeons. Guys, run dungeons. Go Fire Temple. Go Fire Temple 14 times. Go Steel Rake 5 times per week. Those are the limits, right? Run dungeons, you will get your drop, I think, right? You should be
And also
satisfied.
farm
Right?
elites.
Yeah,
In
exactly.
Pelusa or Iron. Yeah.
Exactly. So I don't think this should be issued that much. But even yeah, when they when they give this kind of diplomatic answer, then people are assuming the worst. Don't assume the worst. Assume the best. If something will be really bad with open world drop, we will see after release of the game. Then we can rant. Then we can complain. I agree. If there will be something to complain, let's complain. But for now, before release of the game, let's not do that. Let's see how it will be. Right. That would be my.
But I
Thing.
respect your opinion. I'm not trying to be negative just to claim it. I'm just saying that I
Yeah,
hope
yeah.
that they're just. I hope that they're correct with their word worth farming monsters. I really hope. And you're completely right in your assessment here.
Yeah. Thank you. Look, even next question is directly connected with that. Like, for example, how hard it will be to get stigmas. There will be higher chance of dropping stigmas in instances, in dungeons. Running the dungeons at an appropriate level is our best advice. Absolutely, I have to say right away. I have noticed that in North America, right, playing. Stigmas are not dropping, they are pouring. They are pouring down. There was not even one run of Dredgen when I didn't see roll for at least 2 stigmas. Steel Rake solo, you go solo in that dungeon. It's not a group dungeon in Aion 1.9. You can get 2 or 3 stigmas also. Sometimes even expensive ones, which you can sell at broker if you don't need them, right? So I don't think this will be issue. I don't think so. Some stigmas you can buy for Kina. Some stigmas you can buy for Abyss points. I hope you are aware of that. And some stigmas you can get in dungeons. So I don't think this would be issue, right, regarding stigmas. What do you think about this?
I totally agree with you. As in, like, I think it's great that I also like asked the region that I just joined. They told me also like they had great feedback in regards to their tests that they conducted in Fire Temple. And they are so far happy with the results of dropping the stigmas. But obviously that meant them going to Fire Temple and grind it a couple of times, which I think is great, because it means you just don't rush Fire Temple once and just leave after finishing the quests. You can try to get the gold weapon, right, at the same time from Grenade. So overall, I think this is great. If really stigmas drop as often as they claim, then I don't see a too big issue. Unless you maybe a solo player, then maybe you would want to get into a legion or just be smart about it and get some Kina and or trade a stigma for another stigma instead of just selling it by accident. Stuff like that. Yeah. So I agree with you though. Like, this is a positive thing as long as they say that it's intended like this to drop more often in instances.
Yeah,
to be boosted.
I can see the chat here reacting, saying that low-level stigmas have very high price in North America servers, and that it's very hard to get a low-level stigmas. I think that one of the reasons, bus driver here commenting on chat, one of the reasons why low-level stigmas are that much rare is that people are doing. We have talked about with Squall, right, a few minutes back with that. With Squall about that topic, people are pretty much rushing to endgame. People are not playing that much low-level dungeons, and that's why, yeah, of course, if you don't play low-level dungeons, that you will get less drop regarding stigmas. A price is higher, yes, for low-level stigmas in North America, but I can't say for sure. Is it maybe because, like I said, my opinion is that you should stay at some lower level at least for a while, not for a long time, maybe not rush to endgame, and then you would have an opportunity to drop actually low-level stigma. So that would be my comment on this perspective. But I might be wrong. We will see after release of the game, right? Maybe even if you stay low level in low level dungeon, still drop is low. But no way to know for sure now, right? For now, yeah.
We have to wait.
Yeah.
What for the best?
Yeah, let's see. Next question. What content is blocked from 2.x? The maximum level is 50. We know that from before. Getmaros and Ingison are closed. Crafting is blocked above expert level. Okay. Some instances are also blocked. Example, instances from Croatan, Kaisis, and Myron in Upper Abyss. I don't know. I don't have any comment on this. This is purely information.
I know why.
Yeah, you know? Why?
It's the same thing with the Tiak instance, I assume, that somebody said in chat earlier. Eventually, with 2.0, they have raised the levels of Croton, Kaisis, and Miran, as well as the Upper Abyss to 55. Like, there are 55 instances later on in the 2-point build. And since this is a 2-point custom into 1.9, in fact, these instances are actually set for 55, but they cannot be released because Korea probably didn't fix that part, right?
Yes,
they didn't want like to revert Croton to level 50. So they said, no, we're going to keep this 55 and you just lock it instead. So that's, I believe, the reasoning behind it. Of course, it's a bit concerning because Croton, Kaisis, and Miran was somehow an Abyss points gain as well as the Upper Abyss, in the Upper Abyss, basically. So
Yeah.
I wonder, like, how is the AP gain going to feel? Is it still going to feel okay? I believe that's going to be the case.
Yeah.
If they are smart about it, but we never know. But you said before,
Yeah.
there's too much sieges. We didn't touch that topic yet, but maybe that's why the sieges feel more often, because they excluded these 3 Upper Abyss instances for now.
Yeah, it is possible. It is possible. Yeah, it's very hard, you know. We can talk from experience here. I have played also many versions of Aion patches in different regions, right, in the past. But even with all of these information which we have here in front of you, it's very hard to judge about anything until we start to play the game, right? Even if we see this information here, because it's not about one factor which you need to consider. There are many different kind of factors, and there is a combination of these factors which are influencing different kind of factors in the game, right? So it's really hard to say, right? We'll see. Will rifting be nerfed? This is important for a big part of the community. We have also get that information from before. The Abyss points you get from rifting, defeating other players, will be based on 1.9 values. Actually, I think there was information during live stream that it will not be nerfed. So it should be rewarding rifting, right? I know that rifting is important for many of you, and in general, important part of the content of Aion Classic. So I think that we should be fine about that. But then again, like I said, how to judge about this until you try it for yourself. After release of the game, you go rifting and let's see what we will get, right? How much Abyss points, right? What do you think about this?
And 1.9 value is not nerfed, so yes. This is still accurate what they said in this stream, that they're not nerfing the value, so they're not going to feel nerfed. But in 1.2, or like I believe even 1.5, the Abyss gain was quite low, but I believe until 1.9 it was already enjoyable and rewarding. So I don't know why they didn't say yes. Maybe 2.0 has different values.
Yes.
Maybe even more boosted. That's why they didn't want to answer the question with yes.
Yeah, probably.
But I think this is positive to see that they are not going to give us 1.2 rates, because these rates, I tell you, were horrible.
Yeah.
Pretty horrible.
Yeah, and people love rifting. I have seen huge part of the community in the comments below all over social media, and generally they were also talking about rifting. So I think that whoever wants to get into rifting, who is into this, that you will be satisfied. That there shouldn't be any issues regarding that. But again, right, we need to try to play the game, and then we will see, right, actual values. Yeah, and then we have a question regarding bug. This is purely informational. Are a light blue quests going to be visible on the map? Yes, all quest markers will be visible. That bug is present in North America. I don't know why they didn't remove it from here. It's pretty, yeah, it's a little bit strange, I would say, right? It's nothing too huge, but yeah, it's awkward, right? That bug.
It is.
Yeah, that's it. And one thing that people were complaining a lot, one topic which where people are absolutely divided. You either hate it or you either love it. So there is nobody in the middle. So will the NPC teleport function be activated? No, for launch we will deactivate that function. It will be reactivated later for convenience. So I think that bigger part of the community, majority of the community will be happy with this. One part of the community will not be happy with this. Some people like that teleport function. What do you think about this teleport function?
I'm happy that they're deactivating it because I'm not a fan of it because it takes away so much of the exploration and as well the forced killing of mobs that might potentially give you a stigma or something that is of importance, right?
Yeah.
So really, like, this would enforce the rushing trend and people would then just teleport left and right. So I'm very happy that they're not having that because everybody's just going to feel tempted. You know, you will feel tempted sometimes. You burned out, so you still want to level up and you'd be like, do a run now from this point to this point and maybe kill 5, 6 or 10 mobs on my way to that point or aggro a couple of or many elites. You can even like teleport to the elite area in certain quests to skip the whole fighting through. I think this is great, and I don't mind if it gets reactivated later because at the end I had my experience.
Yeah. I agree with you.
People had their experience too.
I agree with you because first time when I have tried to play it, it was a little bit actually in Korea. First time I have found this teleport function, and then later in North America when I have tried to play it when I was really leveling up my gladiator, or was it maybe chanter? Anyway, for first time when I have used it, it was actually kind of feeling good. When you need to deliver the quest, you can go instantly, right? Teleport to the NPC where you need to deliver the quest. Very nice. But later, it feels that's not it. It's simply that's not it, right? It's a really big shortcut. I don't mind sometimes shortcuts. It's not bad, but this is really huge shortcut. Like you said, when you can skip entire area of the map or something just with one click, 1 second. It is. On the end, it doesn't feel good. Yeah, it is a little bit feeling good on the start, but later. No, yeah. So this is good decision, I think, from NCSoft and Gameforge, because also that is on one way they are reacting on feedback of community, because big part of the community were asking not to have this function in the game, right? So yeah.
I'm happy that the community achieved that.
Exactly. So this is one of the things where NCSoft can be flexible, I think, right? Some things, obviously, they cannot be flexible. Some things they have firmly, that's it, right? However, for this thing, yeah, they could be flexible and they have done this. So, yeah, good thing, right?
Another hot take to add, probably more for the Asmodeans here biased. We love this function to meet Moonin, right? And we love this function when we do the Stigma quest as well. I believe that I also talk for the Elius here.
Yeah. So,
this is the only time I appreciate this function.
Yeah.
And outside of that, no.
Yeah, exactly. So, yeah, it's like I said, the community is divided regarding this topic. There is nobody who have like kind of, I don't know what to say. Everybody is either I hate it, either I like it. Nevertheless, a bigger part of the community, major part of community don't like this function, so they have removed it, and it's fine, right? For now, it's okay. Yeah. Next question. This is actually one surprise. Today, when I have seen this, I was reading this before, right? Is there mentoring in Classic? We have heard information during a live stream like 2 or 3 weeks ago that mentoring will be in Classic. However, this today answer, no, the function is not there. Okay. Change, but I don't think this. Okay, mentoring is something positive.
I'm happy it's not there.
You're happy?
I'm going to be honest.
Why?
Yes.
Why? Tell me.
People complain that they want to have a faster leveling experience. Well, mentoring is exactly that.
Aha, okay.
If you think about it in a way or shape or form, a high level would just go with somebody into a low level dungeon to get the drops as well, etc. for him, and it's going to be easy, right?
Yeah.
It's like mentoring is there to somehow push or carry somebody fast into endgame, and I believe that's one of the reasons why they're excluding it. But it could also be related to the other stuff that they have restricted, which we didn't expect them to restrict. Like the upper abyss instances are restricted for now because they're actually now 55 in this build,
Yeah.
as well as like the Tiak dungeon. So maybe there's a relation to that as well. But I believe that it would make leveling for some people easier, and maybe they thought like, no, we will just leave it and make it an even ground for everybody at the start, so that there's no such thing as, hey, I'm gonna carry you fast through the dungeon, this and that, and so on, you know.
I like this. I like this perspective, and you're right. Because if people really want complaining all the time, oh, it's too easy, we want that hard experience. Okay, you want hard experience, then mentoring will not be there. Mentoring is one of the things we do. Yeah, I like that. It even sounds logical on that way. Yeah. But we'll probably see it
later
in the
we get it,
future.
right?
I
we
don't-
get it probably next batch.
Yeah,
I
probably,
think the moment they unlock the teleportation, etc., it's probably gonna come in as well. The mentoring stuff.
Probably yes. But we'll see about that, yeah. Do we have a reduced price for Skillbooks? No, we have the same price as Korea in version 2.x. So this is also, I mean, important question. Yes, I have felt that while playing Aion Classic. You don't have much Kina, obviously, after release of the game, right? And Skillbooks are expensive. So it's issue to buy skill books a little bit. So do we get a reduced price? No, we have the same price in Korean version 2.x. 2.x. What say? You need to save Kina for skill books. They're not cheap. But again, I don't see this some kind of big issue. You know, if you will play the game, you'll be able to afford yourself skill books, you know. And that is the thing we have talked, Oshiro, like 30 minutes ago with Squall, right? If you don't skip, if you really don't rush to end game very fast, if you play to some point gradually, you should have enough Kina to buy skill books, you know. Only
Or
if you
sell stuff to broker to get the Kina, right? Because
Exactly.
they dropped, or that. Yeah.
Exactly. But only in the case you'll skip huge part of the content and you'll rush to endgame, then you could be in problems buying skill books. So that's why we have talked about that. Like we could recommend to you, I think it would be reasonable to find some kind of middle ground between rushing to endgame and between slow leveling. You should play a little bit, some also blue quests, side quests, additionally run a little bit low level dungeons, so you don't find yourself in position that you will not have Kina for skill books. If you will play gradually, a little bit slower, but not too slow, don't worry, you should have enough Kina for skill books, right? I think that would be the point, right?
And another thing I want to add maybe is
yeah.
because a lot of people play retail right now, and I know honor points is a different story. You have to attend every siege, but we have to remember, guys, that it's not honor points with sieging, but it's actually AP gain. That means you can still rank up without attending a siege. I know that medals is going to be a chase item, but overall, you don't have to be 50 to get. I mean, you can also be 45 plus. You don't have to like literally like rush 50 instantly, right? Like you said. And have the FOMO, like the fear of missing out, right?
Yeah.
So you can really balance it out, like you said, and I believe people should drop the mentality of, oh shit, I would not be able to get enough, AP or stuff like that. You can actually even get more AP through rifting than you get in a single siege sometimes. So people shouldn't be too focused on that, because that's the mentality of a lot of current retail players, because they're just used to the siege to be the one source of getting a rank up, right?
Yeah, exactly.
So that's no longer the case, and I hope that really opens up different perspectives for people to say, okay, I will not rush, I will take 1 day extra to get to 50 and so on.
Yeah. I think that people will consider that. I think also we will have big majority of veteran players playing the game. There will be some new players, which I have to say, I was surprised. I can see that on my YouTube channel. You wouldn't say, but we will have some new players. I have seen players who have dedicated themselves to some other games like World of Warcraft in the past, maybe Guild Wars 2. They didn't play Aion ever before, and now they will play it in Aion Classic Europe. It will not be huge part of community. However, there will be some new players. But veteran players, yes, they will consider this, and I think they will not rush right away to endgame. They will consider this. Yeah, I agree. What classes balance patches do we get? Next question. The client is 2.x version that we adapted to be close to 1.9. Therefore, it includes some balancing changes from the corresponding Korean version 2.4. Regarding this, I don't know what to comment on this. I mean, we are getting, I can see over there in Korea, I'm following what is happening in Korea. You are also following, right, Washiro, I assume. They have get, within last year, let me just say, and for update even 2.4, they have a different system how they're getting over there updates in Korea, not like we here in the West, right? But there, every now and then you see balance lab update, balance. They're balancing a lot. So which balance regarding classes we will get and how will that influence the game and the balance between classes, I don't think that we should worry about that, because overall looking, Holy Trinity system of Aion Classic is one of the best systems I have ever played in any MMORPGs. I can play a lot, trust me when I say that. And balance between classes, even that there are some patches which are good for some classes and not so good for other classes, balance between classes is very good, right? And it's important that you pick a class which you enjoy to play the most. And other than that, I don't think that you will have any issues in the game if you play some class correctly, if you gear up. I don't think this should be some kind of issue, which balance patch we are getting. I don't know. At least I think. Maybe I'm wrong, right? What do you think?
Yeah, I don't think it's an issue, because we are going to get that balance patch eventually regardless, right?
Yeah, exactly.
We're just going to get it anyway, so even though it will not feel like the true 5 points, like the true level 50 experience, we're getting it regardless. And I cannot really comment, however, on how good or bad it is, because I unfortunately have quit an A Classic after 1.5 because I lost the interest. You know, I was unlucky with the server I played on, then I had to reroll, and then the effort of having to reroll and leveling up at the harsh times and gearing up at the time, I lost the motivation. You know, that's why I kind of stopped there in A.
Yes.
Yeah. But overall, I think it's not making a difference, I think, too much. But
yeah, I don't
people
think so.
sometimes are nitpicky, and they are elite. Some elitist PvPers might be bothered.
Yeah, exactly.
Might nerf their class, right?
Yeah.
But yeah.
But that will be a very, very low percentage of people who will, go so deeply into this and stuff like that, right? So I don't think this will be an issue. Yeah. However, this is important question, and you had back a few minutes, actually like 1 hour ago, very interesting answer to this question. For how long will we keep this 1.9 version? There is no fixed schedule, so we'll check user progression and feedback from community. So what do you think? How long until we get 2.0?
1.9 and 2.0 are two different, like there's almost no difference. It's very slight, but then again, we talk about a complete tier of gear, like you mentioned as well in the debate that we had earlier, where Squall was there. My answer was 2 months, but I was being a little bit reckless here. I still believe it's not longer than 3 months.
Wow, you're really
between 2 and 3 months here. Yeah.
I'm thinking a little bit longer. But no way to, like, I mean, seriously, this answer, what they have right here, they will check a user's progression and feedback. They will check and they will analyze and then they will decide. I don't think they even know, they cannot tell at this moment, they have a roadmap, but they don't have timeline. I don't think they have like, okay, we will do it in 2 months and that's it. No, I don't think so.
Yeah,
right?
but it's just a prediction. I'm not saying that they're planning yes, but a prediction is still, it's going to be like 2 or 3 months. And they also had back then empathized very hard on the fact that they want to get ASAP to Executioner, and eventually the 3.0 that's going to be like NCSoft's new flagship for Aion, in the sense of maybe remastering the game, and Gameforge wants to maybe somehow get their hands earlier on it, so you know, so it's kind of like fresh still. So maybe that's why I have the impression that maybe they want to rush it, because initially they wanted to release 2.0 with the argument that they wanted to meet a middle in the patch and to not be too far away from the new class and the new content of 3.0. That's what I base my guess on, basically.
Yeah. It's hard to guess. It's really hard to guess. I would say I was kind of thinking all the time a little bit longer, you know, like 4 months, 5 months, something like that. But like, it's impossible to say really when, right? But what is important, we have get officially confirmed, that was a long time ago, we know that now for a while, that yes, we'll get all the new updates from Korea. NCSoft will provide with us provide to us all the content over there with new classes, new regions, new stigmas, dungeons, guys, which is very important to say, right? So we will not stay at one version of the game. We will get all the time new updates in Korea, and in Korea many things are happening. Even new level cap 58 we have seen, and many stuff are happening over there in Korea. So regarding that, perspective is good. I think that we'll get for a longer time. Aion is safe regarding that thing, right? Regarding new updates. Yeah. Question is only when we'll get it, but we'll get it, for sure. And this is burning topic. What is the Daeva Pass price? What will it contain? The price is around 20 euros. Just to add here, this we can calculate it's 22.5 euros. We can calculate that from Daeva coins. It should be 22.5 euros for one Daeva Pass. You can expect the same content as other regions, such as inventory, pets, costume, consumables. We also removed Abyss points items from the first Daeva Pass. What is your comment on this? On Daeva Pass?
Well, I'm not gonna be negative here because everybody can have their own opinion. But I'm just gonna say one thing: I will buy the pass. So is that I'm the target of GameForge, like they're trying, they have the target for consumers as well, because after all, the Daeva Pass is optional. It is not a must, right?
Exactly.
But it is indeed serving the value. You spend this money, you have for full month quests, like a season, where you can get quite a lot of valuable items, consumables, and a lot of scrolls. It saves you the first month to not have to rush right away for alchemy or other things among that. And you get the coins for the gear to level up. It has its value. Exactly. So it's not like some people might call it a scam, etc. Not really. It's actually really having its value. And that's what some people like when they spend money. They want to get value back. But obviously, it's kind of unfair to the people that might live in a different country with a different economic status. Yes, but overall, I can just speak for me. I am okay with the pass. And even them mentioning the first pass is not going to have relics. I have transformed the idea of not caring about relics, because technically seen, it takes you a couple of minutes or 10 minutes to rift, and you get much more AP than one single major ancient crown is worth. If you really went to PvP. So it's not really changing the perspective of anything, but they wanted to be respectful and show the community that they care, and they removed this little part from it. But they phrased first pass, so that means the second pass is gonna have it. That's why they have explicit. They were very explicit with it, right? They said
yes, very specific. But which is good, which is fine.
It's good. Yeah, but overall, this is my take. But of course, some people might dislike it, and I respect their opinion. But I will buy the pass.
I will buy it also. But you know what I like you said, they have removed Abyss points items from the first pass, okay? But what I like, what you actually said right now, it will cost you about 22 euros. For example, over there, Daeva Pass in North America, I don't know, did you see items? I really don't like what they're giving over there. I wouldn't give 5 euros what they're giving. Here at least, if you buy this Daeva Pass, you are actually getting something, right? You're getting these coins, silver coins, gold coins, 400 of each, and platinum coins, and you're getting 200 running scrolls, I think 100 attack speed scrolls, some additional stuff. What I like about this pass, again, I think they have managed to find some kind of middle ground. It's not hard pay to win, something which you would say, oh look, I will buy Daeva Pass and I'll be able to advance amazingly in the game or something. However, again, it's something which will help you to level up a little bit, especially in this first month after release of the game, right? Which will help you to level up a little bit on more enjoyable way, right? So it will not give you some kind of big advantage, but small things like administrator boon, title, a little bit of here, a little bit of that, right? Well, it'll help you, right? So I think they have done a good job regarding this, right?
But I want to add something, because you said you think that this is much better than the North American version.
Yes.
They need to remember that this is the level up first pass, the standard pass. The next season, the pass, when you are level 50 and everything, you will no longer get the coins. You will no longer get the amulets, etc. So there's going to be a different pass that is designed for max level characters, because when you're 50, you don't need these kind of things like amulets. So I almost believe, if I'm correct, that this is identical to the NA one, except for the costume.
For the
And
first
that
month.
an A
Yeah.
had,
Yeah.
and an A had also the major crown in it. So I feel like it's identical. If
It
I'm not
is.
wrong, maybe there were tiger candies instead of these dino candies, but overall it's kind of the same.
I don't
So we
remember.
have
Yeah.
to see.
Yeah.
And overall, like I said, you would never pay money for the pass in NA currently, but that's what they also kind of like said in the FAQ before, that this is a optional pass.
Yeah.
So
Optional.
whenever we feel like, and everybody else, whoever, if they feel that this one season is not worth it, then just don't buy it. Yeah?
Exactly. I agree with you. And also, Daeva Pass have left side. On left side, you can get items for free. You'll get scrolls, pods, stuff like that for free, even without buying this premium part of the pass. And what is important to say, I always say that, like I can repeat that like 1 million times. Siels Energy, yes, it's necessary to pay 10 euros per month to play the game normally. However, this is not necessary. Seriously, it's not, right? If you don't buy Daeva Pass, you will not be disadvantaged on that way that much, right? Yes, it has some benefits, but not that much. If you buy only Siels Energy, you'll be fine. You will be fine. 10 euros per month, and that's it. This is not necessary, and like it's purely subjective. Absolutely, we live in different economies, right? In different countries, it's not same for everybody to give 20 euros or 10 euros per month. Absolutely, it's purely subjective. But I think for these 20 euros, you're getting pretty good value in return. Again, it's not pay to win, and on the end, bottom line, it's not necessary. It's really not necessary. You really don't need it. What you need is Siels Energy. 10 euros per month, right? I think, right? So
yeah, and the only thing I want to add is, of course, this might be a stain in the eyes of speedrunners. You know, the ones that try to get level 50 first on the server, or level or class the first class of level 50, etc. This is a stain if they cannot afford it, because obviously these amulets are going to help out a lot, as well as the coins will help out a lot. This is a fact. Right?
Yeah, it will
and
help.
The candies. So this is the only thing that might be a stain where people say pay to win, but honestly, it's just a race. Of course, there might be some title that they will get or whatever, but it's just part of the monetization and the way of maybe making people buy it. It's all just a business. So we have to just respect it the way it is and be happy that we get classic.
And it's not a sprint race. Just to add to that, it might appear on the start, actually, it might appear like sprint kind of race, but it's a marathon. It's a marathon. Trust me when I say that. Exactly. I think Washiro can confirm, right? We are playing Aion for a long time. It's kind of combination of sprint and marathon. On the start, it is a little bit of sprint, but it's actually marathon. Long term looking, absolutely right. It's a marathon. So. I think we are fine regarding this. And look, if you are going to talk about is it pay to win or not or stuff like that, by definition, right, pay to win is any kind of advantage which you can get in the game by using real money. Then even one scroll or one potion is already pay to win, right?
Exactly.
So exactly. But I think that we can be realistic, and that when we are talking about pay to win, we have hard pay to win, and we have mild touch of pay to win. Let's say like a gentle breeze in the spring when touching your hair. Yeah, that would be kind of, you know what I'm trying to say, right? A little bit funny, but yes. So I think that we shouldn't be, when I would see something, look, honestly here, when I would see something really hard pay to win, guys, I would tell you here, okay, this is bad, this is not good, seriously, I would say. But I don't think that is the case here with Daeva Pass, right? So yeah, I think we should be good, right? Yeah. Will sieges be adjusted to level 50? The sieges will be adjusted to level 50. What do you think about this fact? I mean,
that's good. I actually had to mention that because it's a 2.0 build. Because certain certain fortresses were adjusted to 55. Remember, they're restricting the instances of the upper abyss.
Yes, exactly.
Because in this build they're 55, so the fortresses also had like the 55 guards. And almost all of them, I believe all of them had like 55, because they made every fortress kind of siegeable later on. So they had to customize the levels to ensure that it's actually 50. That's why they mentioned this in the FAQ. And I think that's great that they mention it, so there's no confusion.
Yes, this is really, really clear. They can mention that during that live stream, last live stream from Gameforge, they can mention that. And they were mentioning this exactly when they were in Upper Abyss Fort. You have just said it, right? What you said, they were over there, I don't know, Kaisis, Myron, they were somewhere up. I remember on the map, and they were just saying that sieges were adjusted to level 50. Yeah, okay, yeah, this is good, absolutely. Candies, another burning topic, not anymore. But still, some people all the time, I don't know why. Yeah, people just write even below my videos on YouTube, Candies here pay to win. Guys, Candies are pay to win in North America, but they will not be pay to win in Europe. Candies sellable or not? This is the question. Candies won't be sellable to NPC. Candies can be traded between players and bought in Aion Classic Shop. I think this is one reasonable solution, I would say. From NCSoft and Gameforge. Candies will not give you some kind of special stats. They are not bad to use. I don't like them, to be honest. I like transparent one. It's kind of funny when you are running like a bear or a penguin for a while, but you know how it is, right? I would like to see real skin of my character. So regarding stats, they're nothing special. And yes, North America servers had big issues with this, Candies, right? But I think this is actually a pretty good solution. Nothing else to say about this. I don't know, right? Not to make them sellable for NPC, right? Yeah.
Another thing I wanted to add, I believe you probably missed it when you looked at the shop in the live stream.
Yeah.
The candies that you could buy from the shop are transparent ones.
Yes, I have seen it. Yeah, I have seen it. Yeah,
also you've seen it. I thought that you said that it's sad you would like to have that. So I'm happy. Yeah, I'm actually happy that they did that. That you get the transparent ones for money, because why would they sell costumes if they're going to be covered anyway? It makes no sense from a business aspect as well, right?
Yes.
Right away give them that so they can actually buy the skins, because who's going to buy a costume when they rather want to have a candy on at the same time, right?
I agree with
Nobody, or not many at least. And about that, about the not sellable but tradable, there was one person that complained in your chat about that, by the way.
Yeah.
And I must say, like you said before, there's some people that's pay to win, then there's like, it's like, it depends. You can like measure the pay to win. And in this case, it is, in my opinion, less pay to win. Of course, it can be seen as pay to win that you sell it to a player for Kina, but at least the candies will not print money out of nowhere. Because this is like injecting Kina out of thin air from literally spending money. You inject Kina into the economy. But when you buy these candies and trade it to a player, then you're not inflating, you're not injecting Kina. You just trade in the Kina. So I think this is the best solution that we could have gotten from Gameforge. We could have just gotten one-to-one like NA. And I'm pretty sure NA was quite aware that this was going to be an issue, but they capitalized on it anyway and made money off of it. Right?
Yeah. True. Yeah, but we don't have that issue, like I said, for Europe, right? We don't have that issue. I think this was handled pretty good, right? So some mistakes which we have done in North America release have been done. That will not happen for European release. And this is one of the things which they have correct, right? So this is pretty good. Yeah. Is there any free Siels Energy at launch? Yes, you will have 1 hour per day of Siels Energy benefits per account. 1 hour of game time. What do you think about this?
I'm curious about what led them decide to make it 1 hour. Is it really a difference between 1 and 2 hours?
I don't know. I don't think so.
Yeah.
I mean, whoever will buy it anywhere. That 1 hour additionally, it will not help.
Very aggressive, I must say.
But I don't think that. Look, let's say you play free to play completely. Without Siels Energy, without Daeva Pass. This 1 hour, I don't know. Seriously, even 2 hours. Let's say you have 2 hours. If you want to go to sieges, if you want to go to ranking list, if you want to get into crafting, actually you can craft, but you cannot gather, right? And nevertheless, it's not enough.
Imagine Dark Poeta recruiting.
Yeah, come on.
You wait 40 minutes and then you're gonna be inside DP, and before you go to the S rank boss, you cannot roll on items. Are you kidding me? 1 hour is really very low for saying that you can still play the game in 1 hour. That's what I'm saying. 2 hours might have been possible for DP if you're lucky to get exactly into a group. But not like that.
But I think actually Galeas did comment on this community manager for Aion, for all of you who don't know. I think that Galeas did mention, that was not last stream, like previous stream before that. He had mentioned this one, I think 1 hour or something. He had explained this as on actually one interesting way. This is for people who want to try to play the game for first time, let's say, or maybe not for first time, but you want to try to play the game, this version of the game. You have this 1 hour for free to play it normally with all the benefits. And that's it, right? It's not actually for even casual gameplay, you know what I'm trying to say, right? It's only for trying to play on this way, and that's it, right? So yeah. But 1 hour is not enough. Even look, I'm playing in North America. I didn't buy. All the time I was thinking, I have theory to myself, wait a second, why would I buy Siels Energy or Daeva Pass in North America? I will play anywhere just for a few weeks until release. Now I'm playing almost half year over there in North America. And yeah, but anyway, yeah, it is like that in life always. And anyway, I'm playing without Siels Energy over there in North America. And I have to admit, 2 hours, even 2 hours, it's not enough. It's not even close enough, 2 hours. You need to have like bare minimum 3 hours. If you want to go, look, if you want to go even TL or something, right? Don't even to talk about other dungeons, right? No, it's not enough. It's absolutely not enough. 1 hour, but that's not the point right here. So whoever wants to buy the Siels Energy will buy it, 10 euros. And I think the point of this would be that we have talked about that also, that it is subjective. The price of Siels Energy is 10 euros per month, 10 euros per month, right? It is subjective depending on which country you live, but at least realistically to some point, I don't think they have pushed the price too much. That price is not that high, and whoever want to buy the 10 will pay 10 euros per month, and this 1 hour will not help you if you play free to play, right? This so. You know, yeah, that would be so 1 hour.
Who
or
knows?
2
Maybe
hours.
they will increase it. Maybe they see a statistic that people who play, like, it probably is also about statistics. If they see that there is a lower number of people that will actually buy it after testing the game slowly, after a while, after release, by a couple of months, maybe they will do 2 hours. That would be great.
That wouldn't surprise me. That would. But wait, wasn't like that? Where was that, in Korea or North America? Where was that?
I'm not sure, but North America has 2 hours right now. You know.
But I think
Korea went pay to play.
Yeah, but I think that in North America they also had 1 hour at the start. I don't remember, somewhere it was 1, then you can switch to 2. I think it was.
I think maybe that was the case. Yeah, I think when they reduced the price and everything in Korea, maybe they increased it to 2 hours. I could be wrong though.
Yeah, I don't
remember, sadly.
Yeah, I don't also. I don't remember.
Let us know in the comments, guys.
Pay to win.
I mean, is there anything important?
You already checked the comments.
Part of the FAQ.
No, I mean, when does the Siels Energy reset? 9 AM every morning.
Makes sense.
Yeah. In Siels Energy, for each game account for the Game Forge account. And what about Daeva Pass? Siels Energy is shared on one game account. Yeah, we know that from before. Daeva Pass is proper to each character. That's nothing new. And what's the premium currency name and price? We'll have 2 currencies, the Daeva coin used in Aion Classic Shop and the Kuna used in the game to buy the Daeva Pass. 399 Daeva coins cost around 10 euros. So these are purely information, right? Nothing to debate actually about that. Yeah. So.
Exactly. This is just a hard fact.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
If you are watching my live stream, let's go forward with live stream. If you are watching this as video on my YouTube channel, thank you for watching the video and subscribe to my YouTube channel to see more of Aion Classic videos in the future. I'm live streaming every evening about 7 o'clock Central European Time, so join me to see some gameplay and to find out what is happening in MMORPG and PC gaming world. See you soon.